Hey, what up, everybody? Like Dwight Eisenhower once said, this might be the biggest damn fool mistake I've ever made, but we're playing Legacy. And not only are we playing Legacy, but we're playing NicFit? Four color NicFit? My knowledge of this format is so limited besides the fact that it plays commander cards. So we're going into this kind of blind and hoping for the best. I know the deck runs Cabal Therapy, and then you sack Veteran Explorer to go and search your deck for the weird number of basics that you have to start casting all your other spells. Maybe you can ramp to Gaddock Teague. Maybe you can ramp to Barrogoyf. Maybe you can ramp into things like Alpha Deathclaw and Sigarda Host of Herons. There's cool things that you can do, but it's really weird. So we're going to give this a shot. Hopefully it can work. Maybe Legacy is going to be a forgiving format to a newbie. Who knows? But don't forget, like and subscribe to the channel and go ahead and just take that subscribe button to therapy. Alright? Yeah, we're going to make you discard some cards, but hey, therapy always helps. And I guess maybe Legacy's a little cheaper than therapy. But I'll see you guys in match number one. All right, match number one. We're gonna be on the play. Let's do it. Uh, Hand could be better. I think we need a black source in order to make it work, so we gotta mull this. This hand is arguably just as bad, but I think we gotta keep it. Put back fourth and run it. And then it's like next turn we go Veteran Explorer, we go Cabal Therapy, naming something. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Alright, so opponent mulled to 6. They play Ancient Tomb, which means. Okay, it's Eldrazi? I'm trying to think of what Eldrazi they would want to play next turn. God, what are all the good ones in Modern? Alright, so anything that's 7 or greater costs less. Okay. I mean, we gotta do this. Alright, X is 1. We're getting a. Come on. Is it going to resolve? No shot, you have a counterspell. Alright. We got to get Veteran Explorer. And then. Yeah, this Cabal Therapy's got to name something. I'm thinking it's either going to name. The one that thought seizes us that I am just struggling to remember the name of right now, or Line Breaker. Maybe we can name. Honestly, Kozilek's Command is probably a good one to name too. Okay. You know what? And I was talking about Cabal Therapy, and I didn't even think about the regular cost of it. We should have just been able to. Okay. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and name. Alright. Kozilek's Command. Alright. There is Reality Smasher, Eye of Ugin, and. I mean. Eye of Ugin, City of Traders, and Wastegate Battle Mage. Interesting. Okay, well, definitely going to get rid of this Reality Smasher. Yeah, it's got to be Reality Smasher for sure now. Okay, so chances are they don't have a waste in their deck anywhere. Right, right, right. Yes, I would love to search my deck for 2 basics. All right, which basics are we going to get? Let's get you and you. All right. And then we're going to go reality smasher. Okay. So now, what do we want to do? I think the answer is go ahead and just play out the Barogoyf and force our opponent to do something about that. Okay, this is going to be a very interesting game. So they play Eye of Ugin. Do 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 do. There's one eye. There's that. They bounce that back to our hand. We know they've got another eye and a City of Traders. This is actually okay. Hold up. Hold up. We might be cooking. Okay. So, we're going to do all of this. And then, I mean, we have to name a non-land card. So, now I kind of want to name, let's see, not It the Heralds the End. We need, oh god, what is the 7-drop one? That's it, Sire of Seven Deaths. We need to name Sire of Seven Deaths in the blind. Hope that we hit it. Nope. Not at all. Alright, cool. So, that's fine. We're okay. Alright, so they got two Eye Ugins. Oh. They hit another Ancient Tomb. Interesting. Interesting. Well, we can blow all of this up, which is actually huge. And maybe it would have been good for us to hold on to the land there. Okay. I can see maybe doing that. Because right now it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, we know that next turn they can do it. So let's play this. We're going to go ahead and fantastic. Let's go ahead and do this. X is 2. Pernicious Deed away their little dudes. And that just puts it into their hand. Alright. We're going to swing this at our opponent. We know that they played the City of Traders. Let's go ahead and mill 3. Okay, there's a Barogoyf, which is huge for us here. And then we're going to go ahead and do what now? Honestly, I think it is just going to be we play a Barogoyf. Yeah. Let's see. Exile target card. Okay. Okay. So, I think we're just gonna run with all of this. We can't take out their Eldrazi. unfortunately. Yep, there's a Sire of Seven Deaths. So we knew that they had one, but now they can play it, which is a problem. Oh, Flesh Raker. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. First Strike, Vigilance, Trample, all of these other effects. It's a bit of an issue. So now we're in a position where we can potentially die. Alright, so we are just super, super dead looking to everything that our opponent's got going on right now. Oh, that's huge. That's huge. Yeah. We'll take the 7 here, just right on the chin. Holy cow. Alright. Here we go. Alright, opponent. Playing your little dudes. Cool. Cool. Well, here's another one. Alright. I think we kind of got this now. And opponent drew a card. We know they've got another eye in hand. Oh. What's this? It's a line breaker. Okay. Well. 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 I think we're dead. In fact, I'm like 90% sure we're dead. But at the same time, what's life if we ain't trying to survive a little bit? Alright. So offsetting that, we're at 1. We are at 1. Maybe we could have done the line breaker thing. We could have called that shot, but who knows? Who knows if that would have been worth it? Alright. Regardless. So, opponent is at 5. We won that game. Holy cow. Alright, so what do we want here? Alright, we are playing against Eldrazi. This is not great. Culling Ritual, is that great? Not really, they don't have that many non-land permanents. Oppo Agent could be good. They didn't look like they did a lot of searching in their deck, but they could. Activated abilities can't be done. High Noon, it's so weird, but I think we maybe don't sideboard anything because Disruptor Flute's fine, but making some of their Eldrazi cost a little bit more, is that really worth a whole lot? It's definitely better than Sigarda, actually. Okay. Better than Sigarda. Is it better than anything else in this deck? Is Grist that good? Yes. Grist is great. Is it better than Collector? Oof. Maybe. I could see cutting Collector Oof for it. And then maybe these Lightning Bolts aren't that great either. We'll just run it with those two. Because I know there is the artifact deck that definitely wants to play that more. Okay, match number 2. We're going to try this one. This could be... Yep, okay. That is the exact opposite of what we wanted, for sure. All right, Veteran Explorer coming down. And all of these lands now just look so bad. They look absolutely horrid. Okay, there's Eldrazi. You took two more. Oh god, are you playing Linebreaker? Ew, Obligator's real nice too. Thankfully, you can't do that. Alright, do I... Yes, I'm blocking. That's not even a question. Yeah, I'm absolutely gonna ramp here. Let's get a forest and a swamp. Neat. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and Naked Cabal Therapy naming, let's see, Eldrazi Linebreaker. Huh. Huh. Okay. So Wasteland is a good card. Alright. Well, we're going to go ahead and just play all of this. I don't know if we should have played that Windswept Heath. No, we've got a Badland somewhere in the deck, so yeah, that's fine. Okay. Sure, opponent. You got it. Alright, you attacking with both your dudes? Alright. We're definitely going to go ahead and pop this. Get a Bayou. That's what it is, not a Badlands. And then we're definitely going to just cast this Orcish here. Take out the Obligator. And we will block. Alright, so Obligator's definitely going to come down next turn, and there's not a whole lot we can do to deal with that. Alpha Deathclaw is going to be fun in a couple turns. Let's go ahead and just play this out. We will name Eye of Ugin. And then we're just gonna swing in with this. Now, could we have named Obligator and try to set him back a little bit more? Probably. Okay, Eldrazi Temple. So you've got another Obligator that you can play. Shoot us down for an extra 1. Yeah, this is definitely gonna suck. Okay. So, you may sacrifice rather than paying this card's cost. I'm not too pressed about that. What I want to do is just cast this and get some extra cards out of the deck. Let's actually not get that. We're going to get a mountain and a plains. Yeah. And then we are just going to pass. Alright, so opponent's swinging in, doing some stuff. We're blocking the big one, taking 2. Now, if they had another Obligator, I'd feel so bad because we're just, again, dying hard. Okay, doing this. The Eye of Ugin is out of their hand. They've got City of Traders. I mean, there's a lot that we can do. I don't know how much any of it's going to be good. All right, there's Taiga. And let's go ahead and go to 4 and get a Badlands. Okay. Now, we have to hope that this opponent never hits a Sire of 7 Deaths. That's the big thing. Alright. So we're going to do that. We've got 7 mana. So, Chalice of the Void. We get checked there. That's fine. We're going to play this Alpha Deathclaw because we forgot how our own cards work. Alright. We could have done so much here that would have been infinitely better. Alright. We're going to destroy that Eldrazi temple. Could we have destroyed the Chalice of the Void? Absolutely. But we didn't. Because reasons. Alright, there's the City of Traders. We now know nothing in their hand. Are they just going to blink this? No. They're going to throw that Reality Smasher out there. And then we die. GG's. Alright. So. Opponent got there. That was interesting. Maybe had we destroyed the other thing, we could have done a little bit better. What do we want here? I think it's still just everything that we currently have. Carpet of Flowers only works if we are playing against a blue deck. So, yeah. Run it like this. And then hope that that's enough. Alright. Game number 3. We're going to be on the play. This hand is dog water. Alright. Is this hand better? Actually, it kind of is. So we're going to bin this Endurance because it is not a great card in this matchup. And then we're going to go and get the Bayou. And then next turn, well, maybe it's just this turn we go and ramp pretty hard. Yeah. We do this. We Bayou. We're going to get some lands. And then I think we are going to... I think we're just going to go ahead and name Chalice of the Void. Yeah, Chalice of the Void. In the blind. Alright. We have managed to actually go pretty hard on the ramp this turn, which I can appreciate. Okay. Eldrazi Temple. Lotus Petal. No shot they're going to go turn 1 like Line Breaker. Wow. Turn 1 Line Breaker. Okay. You know what? Go you, opponent. Go off, King. Absolutely. Alright. There is our Barrogoyf. It is a 4/5. Sure. You're doing what now? Another one. Okay. Pump each other up. 2 5/3s swinging at me. Well, we're going to take 1. Actually, we're taking more than 1. We're taking 9. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and get the last 2 basics out of our deck. Oh, buddy. Oh, that's so bad. Okay. Yeah. 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 Neat. Um, well, this may be a very bad turn for us. Thankfully, this endurance is hopefully going to do something. The something being block some damage. Yeah, I think that's actually the best that we can do here is just block some damage and hope for the best. Okay, it that heralds the end. Brutal. You're going to get to pump your stuff up. Yup. Yup. Well, you would not believe this, opponent, but I am dead. I am absolutely and unequivocally dead. I got a little ambitious with that attack. I can't lie, but I definitely needed to. Alright, GG's opponent. You got us on that one. I'll see you guys in match number 2. Okay, so game number 2, match number 2, we need to mull this hand. It doesn't do a whole lot unless we hit the right things. This hand does a little bit more. Let's go ahead and drop the 4th. And I mean, good news is we might be able to like ramp into this Gaddock Teague. Alright. Veteran Explorer coming down. This Tundra can definitely represent a lot of things, and unfortunately, all I know of is Miracles that plays this combo. Why are you paying? Okay, Force of Will. Yep. Yep, 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 yep. Sick. Yeah. Okay, this is actually lit. They cannot deal with this right now. Alright. We are up in the card advantage game. Okay. Can definitely say that I did not expect Felia in Legacy. Alright. Well. Let's Orky Bow. Let's go. Let's go. Is that getting stifled? Bro. Why? Why are you doing some nonsense, opponent? Don't stifle my stuff. Ugh. Alright, well. I mean, I'm just definitely going to play this out now and just play this Pernicious Deed. I don't think we are going to do particularly great in this blue-white control matchup, this blue-white blink matchup. But there is definitely something that we can do here. Carpet of Flowers is going to be great in this matchup. That's for sure. Alright, blink that. Real. We're going to take 2 more on the chin. And then that's going to get stifled. Oh, you're consigning that. Okay. Neat. Well, you know what, opponent? Stifle this. Alright. Orky boy. Alright. Bounce my Barrogoyf. Yeah, you got it, opponent. You stifled my stuff. You've dealt with my Barrogoyf. You've dealt with a lot in my deck. Good God. You are just doing everything right now to just hurt me. Alright, well, this Green Sun Zenith doesn't really have that many good targets left at this point. So I think we're just going to Gaddock Teague. And then let's go ahead and kill Tammy. Because there's lots of ways that they can flip Tammy. Alright. They have a plains. And now we wait. Like, sure, Green Suns could be good, but there's not many creatures that we actually want in our deck. I mean, at this point, it's Endurance. Grist is okay. Like, it's not that fine, I guess. Oh. Well, there's Teferi. Teferi is to scary. And you blink. And then... Okay. Okay. I see what you're doing. I am picking up what you're putting down. I am smelling what you're stepping in. This is not necessarily going to be a great time for us, but it could certainly be worse. Alright, so Tef has taken one. Let's hit your Tef. And we don't want you gaining more card advantage. You're definitely just going to blink it for sure. Pump your Felia up just a little bit more, which is always going to be good. You now have the ability to cast a sorcery on our turn, which is going to be fine. Tammy is a huge one. Blink Tef. And I mean, sure, we'll do that. No reason for us not to. Okay, Savannah. We are losing this race. So I think we can go ahead and reasonably concede. I don't think that we were going to draw out of this at any point. Let's see. Next card would have drawn us out of that, at least with Tamio. Alright, so what do we want here? We want Carpet of Flowers. We want Veil of Summer. We might honestly want these Disruptors as well. Or maybe we don't want the Disrupting Flutes. Maybe we just want Clarion Conqueror. Because Clarion Conqueror is actually going to be really good for shutting down their Planeswalkers and everything else. There's actually some decent options. So, Sigarda's our first one gone. Pernicious Deed, probably a little slow. If we're bringing in Clarion Conqueror, we probably want to get rid of Grist. Is that what we want? No, we don't want Clarion Conqueror here because there's a lot that we can do. Grist is still really good. Collector Oof is out. And I think we can get rid of Gaddock Teague because it's only dealing with Force of Will in their deck. So That's fine. It hurts us more than anything. And we'll drop the... We'll drop a lightning bolt. Because while it did have some play there, it's not the best. And run it like that. Alright. Game number 2. We're going to be on the play. This hand is absolute dog water. We got to get rid of that. This hand is not absolute dog water. We'll keep this and we will bottom the endurance. Alright. I vaguely saw this on a guide that I looked at when I picked up this deck as a request from my old Team Primetime buddy Jacob. So we're going to Cabal Therapy and name Stifle. That's probably the best target for us here. Alright. Stifle and Force of Will definitely hurt us the most here. And... No, but we hit 2 Force of Wills. Good God. Alright. That sucks. I mean, at least this Assassin's Trophy is gonna hit a rip. That's nice for us, I guess. Okay, you gonna Force a Will that? Alright. Cabal Therapy. Sacking this. Yes. I will happily use this to go and advance my mana. We will get black, green. Alright, opponent, you get to search a little bit. Hit some extra lands as well. And then you're going to Force of Will this. Ooh, Brainstorm. Okay. Okay. The micro decisions begin. That's what I've heard legacy players say. I barely understand what a micro decision is. I barely get what a regular decision is right now. This is going to be fun. Okay. So they Force of Will that. Now, the question is, do they want the cards that they just put on top? If they shuffle, that means that they didn't. Okay. So doing this now, do they keep whatever? Okay, they did put that card on top. So now I want to destroy that, force them to use the card that is in their hand, or take that card off the top. See how many. Ah, dang it, they had an extra basic. Okay. Well, now this Rest in Peace is going to absolutely destroy us. Yep. Alright. Goodbye, all of my cards. Welp. It was indeed a good run. Alright. We can't attack without Tameo just blocking it, so go ahead, opponent. Give us your worst. Alright. Yep. Clue token. Sacrifice your clue. No? Okay. Well, in that case, we're gonna swing. Oh, that definitely means that they put the Meticulous Archive back. I didn't even think about that. Cool. Alright. Alright. They drew an extra card. Okay. There's that. And alright, we need to name Tamio Seasoned Scholar if they decide to flip her. Alright, playing Island. Alright, that's card number 2. I mean, listen, now we gotta do this. We are definitely losing this race right now. Tamio, Seasoned Scholar. Alright, you consign your Quantum Riddler trigger. We are dying to a stiff breeze at this point. Okay. Do your worst, opponent. Alright, you drew a card. Alright, they hit another Tundra. They're playing and swinging and doing all the things. And then we are taking 4 on the chin. And they're... Okay, just cracking a clue. Just cracking a clue. Okay. If this Barrow-Goyf resolves, we are going to be happy with our 0-1. Cool. Not even a threat. Not even a threat. Alright. Wheel. Opponent, can you deal with this? Oh, yeah, no, you're definitely dealing with this. GG. Alright. So, match number 3. See y'all there. Alright, match number 3. We're going to be on the play. Let's see what we can do. This hand sucks. This hand sucks. Alright, we are going to... Actually, no, we'll keep it. We'll keep it. We'll go Veteran Explorer into... something? I don't know. Maybe this Lazotep Quarry will be decent. Alright, Snow-Covered Forest. Is this an opponent of culture? Does real, in fact, recognize real? Alright, sacrifice a creature. Make a black. You're not getting our stuff. Though I guess we would both be ramping to like an insane degree if our stuff had just traded. Alright. Alright, opponent. What you got? Yeah, I'll search my deck for 2 more basic lands. Let's get these. And now I would like to go to my second main phase. And I guess we're just going to go ahead and get a Gaddock Teague. Yeah, Gaddock Teague is probably the best card that we can do because it stops them from searching their decks as well. So, yeah. Yeah, I can be cool with this. Malevolent Rumble. Okay. So, Veteran Explorer, Endurance, Green Sun, Zenith, and another Rumble. I mean, they probably just take Endurance. Yeah. Endurance, two Explorers, Zenith. Cool. It is exactly what we would think. Now, this is certainly an interesting one. Okay. We are going to use this to sacrifice our Orc army. And then we're going to green, green, doot, doot, and boom, Sigarda. Can you deal with this opponent? The answer is yes if you have an Alpha Deathclaw. Specifically, just Alpha Deathclaw. Though, if you kill our thing, we can also cast an Alpha Deathclaw off of our Green Sun Zenith. And we have one extra one that you do not. Alright, so shuffling your stuff back in. It's only reasonable. Oh, no, you shuffled ours. So you don't want us to get a Barrogoyf. Okay. I respect it. I respect it, opponent. Okay. So now the problem is we could just do all of these things. Alright. Swinging. Oh, no way. You had another one? You had another one? Crazy work there, opponent. Alright, well, those are gone. I suppose exile target creature card with mana value X or less. Make a copy of it, except that it's say 1, 2, 3. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we're just one mana away from it. I mean, we do have one more that we can get out of our deck. We got one more basic that we can find. So next turn, this Lazotep Quarry goes crazy. And then, yeah. Alright. Lazotep Quarry next turn goes absolutely nutty. They've got a quarry of their own! Okay. Now we're both just doing the standoff. Mmm. Mmm. Okay. And doot 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 doot. Surely you don't have endurance number 3. They have endurance number 3. That's so sick. That's actually so rad. All right. So now we've got a 2/3 homie and not much else. All right. So there's another snow covered out of our opponent's deck. They're just Jund, which arguably might be better than our like 4-color version. Okay. Well, we've got these two X spells in hand that are just useless. All right. So, what can we do? We don't want our Gaddock Teague to go just yet. Are they going to cast the endurance or get the endurance off of there? No. What are you doing, opponent? Okay, yeah, you are getting the endurance. Okay, that's significantly better. We blinked and they got us. All right, so what do we do here? They're just passing, which is rad. Okay. Another Orky Bow is exactly what the doctor ordered. Okay. I like Orcish Bowmaster. Mmm. Trophy. Yes, I would like to use that. Shuffle my deck. Fantastic. Phenomenal. Alright, so now can our opponent do anything cool? They can search for something with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 gets them a Sigarda. All that we have, though, gets us an Alpha Deathclaw. Alright. So we'll throw this down. We will blow up your spawn in combat. Okay, you let us blow up the spawn, which is crazy work. So we'll block. We'll block. And I want to just be like, yeah, we'll block it all. Okay, block it all. Now, they can go for their own Gaddock Teague and just stomp us into the dirt, but they're not. Okay, so we can do Cabal Therapy. Let's go for Green Sun's Zenith. No, we hit the Rise of Sozin and from the Catacombs? Okay. What are all of these cards? Okay, well. I mean, sure. Sure, opponent. Alright, well. Let's see. What do we... Yeah, we'll mill 3. Okay. So now, we're definitely just going to go ahead and Green Suns here for x equals 6. And then we're going to hit a Alpha Deathclaw. Deathclaw away. It's actually Deathclaw away your other swamp, just because it would be hilarious. We cut them off with like double black, which is incredible for us. Sure, they could hit a fetch land and then get one of their duels, but we're not counting on that. We don't believe that that'll happen. That's not a real threat. These aren't real things. Neat. Neat. Alright, Rise of Sozin would have been real sick there. Just like in comparison to everything else that could have happened, that would have been real, real sick. Alright, so we're going to just hang back there. We're going to go ahead and Nature's Rhythm for 3. Get another copy of Baragoyf, because why not? Then we're going to do this. And then next turn we can Alpha Deathclaw and get a bunch of stuff going. Alright, Ba Sing Se is a grindy card. I like the fact that the opponent's trying to grind right now. That is kind of sweet. Okay, so you're going to grind and make your swamp into something better. And what else? Okay, opponent moves to combat. They do... Okay, they're just swinging in with this Chaos Defiler. The problem is we have to go ahead and block. Because it's like, if we don't block that, we're just straight up dying. Okay. Blow up one of our things at random. Alright. There's the other Baragoyf. We're so dead. Okay. What do we want to do here? So, we can't really cast a whole lot of anything at this point. It's like, we gotta tap this Veteran Explorer and throw all of this into getting an Alpha Deathclaw. Yeah, I think it's got to be Nature's Rhythming into Alpha Deathclaw. No, yeah. Nature's Rhythm. Tap you. X is... No. Yeah, we were doing it right the first time. Oh no! That's right! No! No! Alright, so we gotta just do this, and I mean, we can Cabal Therapy and maybe do something else. There's not really anything else we want to do here. I think it is just pass and hope for the best. We didn't even have to do that to get this out here, so that was definitely a punt. Alright. Yeah, make another land into a creature. Can we get over all of this? Okay. So, we're just gonna sit here. We cannot do anything now. That Alpha Deathclaw was okay. Them having everything. Ugh. I like their deck a whole lot more than I am liking ours right now. That Chaos Defiler is gonna seal this up. Alright. So, let's go ahead and sideboard against the mirror. Alright, so what do we want here? Probably this Oppo agent. And they didn't necessarily have a whole lot of things that were culling ritual worthy. The Veil of Summers are okay. I can see maybe bringing in the extra endurance. And then let's go ahead and side some things out. The Sigarda is fine. Gaddock Teague is not the worst. Oof is bad. Oof is so bad. These bolts are doing nothing for us. And yeah, let's run it like that. I could maybe see taking out this Gaddock Teague, but these bolts are horrid right now. Alright, let's go ahead and be on the play. Nope. Oh, it's so close. This hand's real close too. This hand's real close. Let's put back that Sigardas. Alright. Veteran Explorer. If you kill it, I'm cool with this. If you Cabal Therapy me and take my Cabal Therapy, I'm gonna need therapy. Alright. Do your worst, opponent. Take us down. Okay, just a forest. Just a forest. Okay. Now the problem is, I can't just... Alright, we're going to go ahead and do this. Hit this for the X equals 1. Get another Veteran Explorer. And then maybe go crazy. Now, I wish that we could play an Oppo agent, but we can't. Okay, you go for the Rumble. Alright, so probably gonna hit Toph, I'd imagine. No, you choose Nurturing Peatland. Okay. I mean, the problem is that if we let them just do whatever here, there's a chance we could get cooked. Just super cooked. Like, we don't want to let them explore the depths of their deck. They've got plenty that they can do. Okay. Black Source. Not a regular Black Source, but it's certainly something. Alright. We're going to swing. Mm. Well, I bet I feel real smart right now. And with that on the stack, kill that. Okay. Okay. So, now you have that. I'm going to get some extra lands. You're going to get some extra lands. I think I need to name Alpha Deathclaw in your deck because I don't trust it, opponent. But we also know that they've got Op Agent. And they went for double black there. That really makes me think that Op Agent is a possibility. But maybe it's not. Again, micro decisions in a deck. Just all the things that we don't want to think about, we are now forced to think about. Alright. If you have the Op Agent, you flash it in, and we flash you the finger. Okay, there's that. So, what do we want to hit now? The Rise of Sozin, I feel like, is the take. Nope, it's Chaos Defiler. Yup. Yup. Okay. So Chaos Defiler is going to be big because they can just cast that. That makes us search. Each player may search. So I think we have to decline the search. For each person, choose a no response. Do I want to search? No. Opponent's gonna ramp. They get their extra cards. They get an Assassin's Trophy too, so we definitely can't go searching for anything. Ugh. Ugh. Nope. You took us off of an extra card, opponent. You did it. You monster. What? No shot you have another one. Beside you? Nope. Cool. You did it, opponent. You took a bunch of cards out of our hand. Alright, there's a Bayou. And there's that. There's a Baragoyf. What you gonna do about that? What you gonna do about that, opponent? Oh, you're just going to cast something huge that I cannot deal with, and it's going to hurt, and I will feel sad. Alright. Give it to me. Sadness on the stack. Green Sun for X equals 6. Getting the Alpha Deathclaw. Killing our Baragoyf. Swinging in for a bunch. And that may, in fact, do it for us. Didn't even get to cast the 4th Aer Lingus once. Can't even search through our deck because of this Op Agent. No! Okay, you got it, opponent. GG. Alright, we're X3, so I'll see you guys in the wrap-up. Well, friends don't let friends drink and drive, and friends shouldn't let friends play Legacy, especially when they don't know this deck or the format. The deck looks sweet. Maybe if I knew the format a little bit better, or the deck a little bit better, it would actually be even better. But it is a fun time. I have to admit, for all the people who like meme on NicFit, it's actually kind of fun. So maybe I'll give Legacy another try. Let me know if you guys want to see more of this. Let me know in the comments what you want to see me play next, and don't forget, like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.